welcome to my first YouTube video. Today I'm going to be filming a stitch with me, and today I am stitching on the Heaven and Earth Designs Amazing Animal Kingdom, and the artwork for this is by Aimee Stewart. I'm sure all of you are aware of her work. This is on a 25 count even weave magic guide, and I am stitching 1/1 full cross for this. I did originally start, and I did the first maybe 100 stitches 2/110, but I just changed my mind and had to frog it all out and start again. Luckily I made that decision fairly quickly after starting this and not after a whole page. So yeah, as I stitch I will be showing my markup app. If that is something you enjoy or you don't enjoy, let me know and I can either have it in or take it away. But I thought as I stitched today I could do a cross stitch tag, just so maybe you guys can get to know me a little bit better. So the one I'm doing today is called, I believe it's called The Joy of Stitching, and I can't remember who made this tag, but I will put their information on the screen and in the description box. So I will start that in a minute. I'm just going to start stitching and then we will get into that. So I'm stitching this. I am a diagonal stitcher, and when I started this project I originally wanted to go down in columns, and I got to 500 stitches and decided that wasn't for me. So I'm in the process of making it a diagonal. So I'm here at the minute, I'm on this area here, and this small area here I'm actually going to skip for now because most of the colours in this little area are actually on this diagonal, so I just think I might as well stitch those when I get there. So I'm going to work on this part here. So let's start. Which colour do we need first? Now I have noticed with the markup app that sometimes it lies about what colour you should be using. So I do like to check, if it's not a parked thread, I do like to double check that the symbol is correct for that colour, because it has caught me out before and I've become very confused. So this is actually the second time that I have filmed this video, and I apologise for the lighting, but it is maybe 7:15 in the morning in the minute, so it's still not quite light outside. But the first time I filmed it in 4K, and when I got to editing it and exporting it, my laptop couldn't hack it. So we're trying again now in just regular old HD, and who knows, you may not even see this video because this one might not work either. What am I doing, going in the wrong hole? So because of the way I'm filming and my setup, I have to sit quite far back away from my cross stitch, so seeing these teeny tiny holes from a distance is actually quite difficult, but we shall see. I'm sure once this cross stitch is finished, and it is huge, that if I make any little mistakes here, I'm probably not going to see them, and neither is anyone else. So I'm just starting with a loop start. So I guess I should start with the first question. And I've got them all written down on a piece of paper next to me. So, question number 1 is, how did you learn to stitch? Well, I learned to stitch when I was about 8 years old, actually, and my mum taught me how to stitch because she was really into cross stitch back then. So for context, I'm now 29 and I haven't been stitching, 21 years. I have dabbled in it over the years, in and out, but only recently, since the pandemic really, I've gotten into it seriously. But yeah, I used to just sort of go into her stash and use her threads and her fabric, and actually when I think about it, if my daughter did that now, I would actually scream. But she didn't mind. She wasn't maybe she wasn't into cross stitch as much as I am, but she had pretty good stash. And back then, I mean, I don't know because I didn't know very much then, but it was sort of cross stitching out of books. You'd buy books of designs. Gosh, this is going awfully. Super hard to see. Okay. Yeah, so, and of course there were kits, but I'm not sure if back then they are how they are today, with these huge designs and kits with hundreds of colours. Maybe they are, I don't know, or maybe they were. Who knows? So yeah, long time, and I've always enjoyed it, but yeah, only recently gotten back into it properly. Question 2 is, have you ever taught anyone to stitch? And I haven't. My daughter doesn't really show an interest in cross stitch. She will look at mine every now and again and compliment me on it, but she's never really shown any interest in doing it herself. I did buy her a little embroidery kit for Christmas, but that's still unopened, so I'm going to take that as a no on the needlework interest, which is fine. I have offered to teach my boyfriend how to do it, but he also has no interest in it. So, no. And honestly, it's probably a good thing. I don't think I'd be a very good teacher at teaching how to cross stitch, because yeah, I'm not a teacher. Question 3 is, when you stitch, do you like to watch TV, listen to music, or just have quiet? So I mostly, I'm sure like many of you, like to watch Flosstube while I stitch. And when I say watch, I mean listen to, because of course we're looking at our stitching. That was a bad stitch, but that's okay because we're not going to see that. Yeah, so I like to mainly listen to Stitch With Me's while I'm stitching. And sometimes I'll listen to podcasts. I don't really watch TV because I only really concentrate on either this or the TV, so one of them gets left behind. And it's usually the TV, so I think if I'm not watching it, it might as well not be on. What else do I do? If it's in the evening and I'm stitching and my partner's home, he's usually playing on his game, so I'm listening to war and gun games, which is not relaxing or fun, but he puts up with me stitching every hour of the day, so I guess I can compromise and listen to those horrible sounds. Oh, we lost a stitch under the fabric there. I'm just going to do that one again. I'm going to have to try and find a way to film this where I can actually sit closely and see it. But the tripod that I'm using is kind of in my way, and I'm concerned about how far away I can have the camera and zoom in without losing quality. So we're fairly close to the fabric. But I guess it's trial and error. This is only my first video, so I'm sure it's far from perfect, and it's going to take a little while before it is perfect, if it ever is perfect. But I'm sure it's okay. It's getting a little bulky actually behind here. I think got a lot of threads underneath that are kind of loose. I'm try and pop them through. Okay. Question 4 is, when you use a kit, which companies do you like best? So I don't think I've ever used, well, I've never myself bought a cross stitch kit. My partner bought me some kits from Bothy Threads for Christmas, and they're cute. They come on 14 count Aida. They're not full coverage, they're just like cute little designs, and he brought me 2 designs of ducks because ducks are my favourite animal, and they're nice to stitch. The kits they come with enough thread, they come with everything you need. So yeah, I do enjoy doing those. I've actually got one of those on the go that I sort of do when I need to stitch quickly for a minute. I've got like 5 or 10 minutes because it's set up on my scroll bar frame, and I don't have to get all of my stuff out. I just get the little kit out and stitch on there. So yeah, I'm not a kit buying person. I usually just buy the chart and kit up everything myself. So of course, like everyone, we love the Heaven and Earth designs. I actually am working on this one, and I have another one that I haven't started yet. I've put it on my WhipGo board, so we will start that when WhipGo says so. I have seen some of the Gecko Rouge kits that look lovely, but whether or not I'll ever buy one is a question, because I have enough whips going on that I just don't need to start loving other companies. And then I'm working on another one by a Etsy seller, and there are some lovely designs on Etsy, and of course they cost pennies, so yeah, that's it really. That's all the ones I really do. Gosh, it's hard to see. I mean, when you're looking at this from when it's finished, are you going to notice this? Probably not. I mean, it looks okay. It will do. It's all about enjoying what you're doing. So, next row. So, I haven't really said. So I like to do parking. When I first started cross stitching as a child, I used to do cross country. I had no idea what parking even was. But due to Flosstube, I was introduced to parking, and now I could never turn back. I have another design that I started that I tried to do cross country on, and it was just an absolute nightmare. I don't know why, I just can't get on with it now, so I have to park. And at the minute, I've got a lot of parked threads going on, which doesn't help when you're really far away and you can't see, because they're kind of in the way, but this is my method of choice, so I guess I will have to put up with it. And I am stitching in rows, and I tend to, if there's a stitch already done above the stitch that I'm working on, or the next stitch, then I will stitch it, just so I can stick to the whole coming up in a clean hole rule. I say that, but I actually break that rule probably 100 times a day. Where are we going to? One more. So yeah. Question 5 is, what are your favourite designs to stitch? So my favourite designs to stitch are actually super colourful ones like this one. I have quite a short attention span, so I like to stitch designs where I'm moving on to something new quickly. And I say that, but I've been working on this one for what feels like 10 years already, and I've been working in this green area for that whole time. But this one isn't on my whip go, so that's why I haven't given it too much attention. But yeah, I like designs like this where there's always something new, you're always stitching something new, so it doesn't get boring. I think designs with a lot of background, I just get bored and then I don't want to do them, and I just don't want that for myself. So yeah, I am working on another one that's got a lot of background, but it's a gift, so I will persevere and get that background done. But yeah, colourful designs, which is actually ironic because I want to hang my designs up in my house, and none of these colourful ones I'm doing would ever go with any of my interior decor, so I don't think things like this would get hung, which is a shame because I know I'm going to work on it for years and years. Maybe when the time comes I will just give in and hang it just so I can feel proud of it, but I would love to just work on designs that are fitting with my decor, but they're just boring. I mean, my decor is very neutral. I am working on a sunflower one, so maybe that could go on my wall. And my 2 Bothy thread ones that my boyfriend got me, I would like to frame and put on the wall because they're quite neutral. But one of them's slightly Christmassy, so maybe I'll put one up and switch it out with the Christmassy one at Christmas. Question 6 is, how do you get ideas or inspiration for your projects? Mostly Flosstube, and just browsing Etsy. Yeah, that's it really. I just see a design that I like and I try and convince myself that I don't need it, and it doesn't work, and I buy it, and next thing I know I've started it. Honestly, I don't even know if I've stitched any of these stitches right. I think I've stitched like multiple of them multiple times, but never mind. The stitches are so tiny. This is actually my first project on 25 count, and I for some reason wasn't expecting it to be this tiny, and it is super tiny. So yeah, it takes some getting used to, definitely. So I'm gonna do 2 under here, and then I will park it. So where am I going? I'm going in. Gosh, I don't know why it's so bulky at the back of this part. Hopefully when I move down a little bit it'll flatten out back there. Okay. Question 7 is, how do you store or keep your charts? So I keep all of my whips in A4 project envelope bag things. I brought a pack of 5 of them off of Amazon. And yeah, in there I keep if the hoop or Q-snap allows, I will keep the fabric in there in the bag, along with all of the unbobbinated skeins for it. I keep all of my flosses on bobbins in storage boxes, so of course they don't go in the bags, but anything that isn't anything that still needs bobbinating will go in the bag. And then I also keep any loose threads from where I've ended a thread on a like a floss organizer, which also goes in the bag with the correct project. And yeah, I mean, it keeps them tidy, it keeps them separated, so I don't get confused about what goes with what. Yeah, fairly simple. I could have done with A3 ones really, but I've got A4 ones, so we will make them work. Okay, so now I'm going to park this guy in, where are we going? In there. I've also found, now that I'm working with single strands, that I forget that I need to cut my threads shorter, because I'm so used to doing a double-stranded loop start that I forget that they need to be shorter, so they're not a mile long behind my head as I'm stitching. So next we are going with this one. So this thread is parked. I have parked it with this symbol, so I know that the colour is right. I don't need to check this guy. I'm trusting my own actions, I guess. Probably a mistake, but we will see. So what question are we on now? Question 8. Do you stitch for yourself or give to others? So at the minute I'm doing a combination of both. I am stitching a design for my partner's parents for Christmas, and it's a design of their dog, which I have been concentrating on this month because it has come up on my whip go for both of my squares. So it's basically just been that one this month, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm stitching that one on 18 count Ada, and it's really lovely. It's a really lovely photo, so it just looks great. Where we put, oh, so I need to park him there, but I have threads there. What to do? I guess I'll just park him in there and then hope that I remember not to cut it when I get there. So yeah, that's the only one I'm working on for someone else. I don't really know anyone else who would appreciate a cross stitch as a gift, and I'm not going to just keep making his parents' ones because I feel like they'll probably get bored of them as well. So I probably won't do another one for someone else. But yeah, I just stitch for myself. And like I said, I probably won't even hang the ones I do, I just enjoy doing it. Question 9. When you take your cross stitch projects in the car to appointments or travelling, how do you carry all your supplies? So again, I just keep them in the project bags. I have one that I keep in my car that I do on my breaks at work, because we get given ridiculously long breaks at work and I get really bored. So I have a little travelling cross stitch that I take, just a small easy one. And yeah, it just stays in the project bags, the same as I keep them in the house. And I just have a little pair of scissors in there and a pen, because it's obviously on a paper chart. And yeah, I just stitch that when I have some free time when I'm sat in the car. So I'm going to have to end this one, I guess, after I've stitched it. So I like these blues that are appearing. I don't actually think they are the start of something new, but it is nice to use a different colour other than green at this point. Not that the greens aren't amazing. So we will just And this guy down here. Come on. Right. Okay. So what colour is this? 796. So yeah, I store my leftovers on a floss organiser like this, and I just put the stickers just to say what colour they are. Do I have 796 on here? No, and it's full. Okay, I'm just gonna have to set that one aside for now. Okay, and then the next one is this guy. Again, this is parked, so I trust it. Oh, my thread's getting tangled now. So I have parked threads at the end of this column that I did, which I might just cut off because I mean, it's going to be a little while before I get there and they're kind of in my way. I don't know. I'll think about it. So the last question is, what is going on here? The last question is, what do you enjoy the most about stitching? I just enjoy how relaxing it is. I'm not really stitching for finishes. I mean, I would love a finish, but all of my work is huge. So I don't suspect to get a finish on anything other than the one that I'm doing as a gift this year. I do it because I enjoy it. I enjoy the process. I enjoy when I'm at home alone and I'm stitching. It's just relaxing. And yeah, I don't know anything specific that I enjoy about it. I just enjoy it. I mean, do I have a specific reason? No. So, I guess I'll end the video now. I'm going to try, of course the lighting isn't this one, in this video it isn't perfect. The natural daylight is coming in now actually, but it is rainy and grey outside, so there's not much of it. So I am using my tabletop light. I know it isn't the best, it's very artificial, even though it's advertised as a daylight light. Yeah, I'm hoping that you've been able to see well and my hand hasn't been in the way the entire time. And I'm hoping that because I'm not filming in 4K now and I'm only filming in HD, that you can't see how rubbish all my stitches are. I'm sure you can, but hey ho. Does it really matter? No, it doesn't. Just enjoying the process. So let me just park this guy. Where is he going? He is going in there. And on the bright side, I didn't make any mistakes during this, I don't think. I'm sure I probably have, and you guys are like, yes you have. But I don't know about them yet, so they can't annoy me. Just mark these off, and these parked. Yeah, so do give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. I would like to try and upload at least once a week, maybe more, when I get some peace and quiet to do so, because I'm sure you guys don't want to hear the sound of guns in the background with my boyfriend playing his game. Yeah, and if you want to see me working on my project of the dog, I can film that one, and I'm also, like I said, working on a sunflower one which I can also film. And then March is soon to be upon us, so who knows what my whip go will bring up. It might bring up 2 new starts, so yeah, if you would like to see me stitching those, then let me know. And again, let me know if you don't like watching me mark up on my markup app, and also let me know if you don't like me playing music in the background, because I can also not do that. And yeah, feel free to leave a comment, and I will get back to everyone. And I hope you all have a lovely day. Bye.